Hello, everyone, and welcome to our talk series. I'm your host, Irene. And for those of you who are new here, Talk Series is an online year-long webinar held by Party Change. We hold talks once every 2 weeks, and we invite like-minded people to share their purpose and how they realize their journey. So here's our agenda for today. I will talk about our Party Change introduction, and our speaker will present on how and their journey. And later on, I will interact with the speaker, and we will open the stage to you to ask questions. So for this part, please, when you listen to Anita's talk, you can jot down some notes, some questions, and then we will open the mic to you to ask her questions. So before talking about Party Change, I would like to talk more about our motivation. We believe that every individual, including you and me, we have our own purpose on earth, and we have the power to realize our journey and to change our community and even change the world eventually. So what is Party Change? Party Change is actually a movement driven by us college students from different universities in Taiwan and even from different countries. Me, for example, I am from Indonesia, and we have a lot of countries like Malaysia and Latin America and many more. Our concept is through encouraging banks and consumers to convert their bills to digital bills, and through the costs that are saved by the banks, we actually help to alleviate energy poverty. If you want to know more about Party Change, you can look up Party Change, and in the end of this talk, we will share more about our information. So this is what we have done on this movement. We have delivered speeches from our own community, which is our own universities. We shared through different professors in all over Taiwan and delivered a presentation where we collect petitions from consumers and from college students. We also held booths on universities, on music festivals, and even on different cities as well. This is our social media that we've been managing for a while now. And through this social media platform, we share more about environmental issues, and we even play some games and some online campaigns from time to time. So do look up our Party Change social media on Instagram and on Facebook. And the most exciting thing about this movement is that we are expanding to different countries as well. We've been implementing Party Change concept in Japan, Thailand, and Paraguay. And on this year, we will be creating the platform of student ambassadors in Paraguay and to help energy poverty households there as well. So today we invite Anita Su. She's actually a friend of mine, and she is the founder of Smallsteps Green. Today we will listen to her journey on how she became from a person who wasn't involved in environmental issues and environmental background to a founder and a young entrepreneur who is taking this movement into her community. All right, so without further ado, let's give her a warm welcome to Anita Su.
Hi, I'm Anita. So today I'm going to share with you about my small business. And here, so this is my brand. It's called Smallsteps Green. And then we mainly focus on promoting eco lifestyle. So we were founded in 2020, but at that time it was just, we were just simply promoting some eco posts or like sharing some eco-friendly products, but then we saw some business opportunities, and then we turned it into a business last year. Oops. Yeah, so later I'm going to share some more about me and what inspired me to step on this eco-friendly, eco-lifestyle journey, and also what is Smallsteps Green doing. Also, I recommend some movies to you guys, and then I will share about our plans. Yeah, so I actually majored in psychology when I was in university, and I graduated 2 years ago. Yeah, but back in 2017, when I went to a trip in Myanmar, I started to care about the environment because of seeing a lot of garbage. Yeah, and how people are burning garbage just on the street because they don't have any knowledge to deal with the garbage. Yeah, so and then in 2018 I went to Japan for a year, and that's when I started to notice about over packaging issue. You know, like in Japan they really care about how you present your gifts to another one. So then over packaging is really a very serious issue over there. Yes, and yeah, and then I even talked to some of the local shops in Japan, and then they're like, oh, we actually know about over packaging, but you know, everyone needs a plastic bag for their bento, like for their lunchbox. So yeah, so we're just giving the plastic bags. Yeah, so and then in 2020, everyone knows that about the bushfires in Australia. Yeah, so and at that time I was really thinking like what I can do for the environment. Yeah, and also because friends and families around me, they know this this thing is going on, but then they're just like, oh, it's too far away, it's nothing that I can do. Then yeah, so that's when I started to think that maybe I should do a page that share about the environment. Yeah, and share about things that we can do. Yeah, and then as we were sharing some of the eco-friendly products, some of our audiences started to ask like, where can we get all of these products? Yeah, so me and my co-founder, my friend, we started to look for some really good eco-friendly product, and we really look into the factories, the producers, and then we make sure that the production and the raw materials are actually good. Yeah, so oops. So this is the picture just now was something that has inspired me to step on this journey. And yeah, so all of you have already seen, it's a cup noodles. Yeah, so when I was eating a cup noodle in Myanmar, and my friend asked me like, do you know how much garbage you've produced by eating one meal? And then I didn't know, like I was just thinking, what's wrong with that? Yeah, but then when I count, it's actually 6. And then I started to think that, wow, by eating only one meal, I produced 6 garbage. Yeah, so that's when I started to be more conscious about my spending, my consumptions and behaviors. Yeah. So then I started my eco-friendly lifestyle. I decided to make some changes from one-time use products to some more sustainable products. Yeah, and I bring my own water bottle, I bring my own cutleries and bento box. Yeah, something like that. Yes. And starting this journey, it was very hard because most of my friends and family around my family, they don't really care about this. Yeah, so people care more about conveniency and how you look, like you want to look cool, because I was a teenager back then, so you want to look cool, you don't want to be an eco friendly person, right? Yeah, so and yeah, but when I started this page, I noticed that even though people around me aren't interested in this topic, but on the internet, there are actually a lot of people who want to do more for the environment. Yeah, so for now, we mostly provide alternatives to unsustainable products. For example, as you can see here, we want to cover products that we use every day. Yeah, so from shampoo bars to maybe a coffee cup or toothbrush. Yeah, and dental floss, something like that. Yeah, so, and then we also promote eco lifestyle. For example, we put some posts that we share about some eco tips. And we also do some environment related topics. For example, like we want people to know more about the ocean. We want people to know more about the nature, the mountains. Yeah, so we also share about how those environments are, those natural, the nature are important for us. Yeah, so also we want to form a community to voice out, like when we have more followers and then more sharing about for our posts, then maybe our voice will be louder. Okay, so next I'm going to introduce movies, and there's Cowspiracy. Anyone has ever seen this before? Okay, so oh, Irene, yeah, okay. Yeah, so this movie mainly talks about how stock farming is harming the environment. Yeah, and yeah, so cow, the beef that we eat every day, it's actually producing the most greenhouse gases on Earth. Yeah, so transportation, including all of the airplanes, cars, trains, it's only 13% of greenhouse gases. And factories, households, it's only 36% greenhouse gases. But stock farming itself, it's more than 50%. Yeah, but where do these greenhouse gases come from? So first, it's the poops from cows, and also when they fart, it produces a lot of methane, and methane is the most harmful greenhouse gases. Yeah, and it's more harmful than CO2, carbon dioxide. Yeah, so but yeah, so methane is one of the most most harmful greenhouse gases. Yeah, and also stock farming, they use a lot of waters because you need to breed them, you need to shower them, and also you need plants. You need, how do you say, the wheat for them to eat. I don't know what do they eat, but you need to grow the things for them to eat. And it uses a lot of water. Yeah, and also livestock, they use a lot of land. For example, in Brazil, and lots of rainforest places, they cut down trees to raise livestock. Yeah, and then it will cause deforestation and loss of trees. Yeah, so livestock covers actually 45% of the Earth's total land. Yeah, and the next movie is Seaspiracy. It's actually produced by the same factory, I think. Yeah, and it talks about the fish farming. Yeah, so it's very hard to imagine how we eating fish and eating seafood is actually harming the environment. Well, even though I'm not a vegan, I still eat some meat, and I still eat some fish. But after watching this movie, it really shocked me. And then I want to be more conscious about what I eat. Yeah, so first it's bycatching. So when the fishermen, they are catching some fish, they actually also catch sharks and whales and sea turtles and seals, yeah, something like that. So and the movie also talks about how sharks and whales are important for our environments. They are really, really important for the ocean and for us. Yeah, and the second problem is about the net, the fishing net. And we've all seen how the plastic straw has gone into the sea turtle's nose, but that's very low percentage of damage. The most serious one is actually the fishing net. Yeah, and also the slaves who work on the sea, it's also a problem. Yeah. So what can we do? The first one is to go vegan. Well, as I've mentioned, I'm not a vegan now, but on this journey, I've already cut down beef and pork and some of the seafood, and I will not eat sharks ever again. Yeah, because in Taiwanese culture, we eat sharks, but no, please don't eat sharks anymore. Yeah, and then you can also see Seafood Guide Taiwan. They will provide some, for example, in this season, there will be a large amount of some species that you can have some, but some kind of species, they are growing, so don't eat them in this season. Yeah. Also, we can support some NGOs that are not sponsored by government or big corporations. Yeah, so like some of these. Okay, yeah, so for things that we are going to do in the future, we want to gather more local brands and small businesses on our website. For example, now we've already expanded a lot of brands and products, like we have cloth pad, shampoo bars, and coffee cycle, like the coffee cup that are made from coffee residue, and also the eco packaging that you can reuse and reuse. Yeah, so because when we run this business, we are trying to get the products from the factories directly. So we ask factories if you can produce this or that, but later we found that there are actually already a lot of small businesses that are doing these kind of things. So we don't want to do all of the things by ourselves. We want the whole industry and the whole, some of the small businesses to also grow. Yeah, so then we want to cooperate with them. Yeah, so even though the profit went down a lot, because if we look for factories produce directly, maybe we'll have like 70% of profit, but now maybe only 30%, but that's okay because we still want the power of unitedness. Yeah, so we think that by gathering more brands and increasing the product diversity, it will I think there will be more audiences being interested in. Yeah, so, and we also want to increase environment protection related education. For example, we will write more articles and give more talks, and also maybe some offline activities like beach cleaning in the future. Yeah, and we also really want to educate kids. Yeah, because they are, the future. So if they know about the environment, they care about the nature, then things will maybe change more. Yeah, and we want to also promote ecotourism in Hualien. Yeah, because as you know, yeah, so we want more people to see how beautiful the nature is. Yeah, and to do ecotourism. Okay, so that's all for my presentation. And the last word, small act, when multiplied by millions of people, can transform the world. This is why we call Smallsteps Green. And this is also what we believe in. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you, Anita. It was such an amazing story, and I think all the all right, sorry about that. Thank you, Anita, for your amazing story. And I think even though that we've known each other for some time now, I think your story is also fresh to me. And it's amazing how you took on this journey alone to now creating such a great impact. So that brings me to a few questions here. So I would like to ask you, as you've mentioned before, some of your friends and family wasn't really involved in this kind of movement, or even their awareness to this environmental issue is really low. So do you have any advice or experience on how you can influence your friends or family to take action?
Yeah, it was really hard at the beginning when I started to quit beef and pork, especially. My family, they're like, it's only you who do this, so it won't make any changes to the environment. Yeah, so but then I don't want conflict with them, and then I will just tell them why I want to stop eating beef. Yeah, I was just telling them, and but then they still buy beef, they buy pork, but I just don't want to eat them. Yeah, but I also don't want food waste. So I will tell them that don't buy mine. Like, yeah, so buy less. Yeah, so time by time now they don't really buy beef now. Yeah, so maybe after a year, they know that because at first they are still thinking maybe if I cook like my dad, my mom, if I cook, maybe Anita will eat it. But yeah, so I don't really because it tastes weird for me now. So that's the main reason now why I don't eat. Yeah, so not because that I don't eat for like I insist. Yeah, so I don't want conflict with them. Yeah, so I think the a very important thing is to be peaceful. Like don't put conflict. Yeah, because I want to respect their belief and I want them to respect me. Yeah, so I was just telling them why I want to do this. Yeah, and then they will understand. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that speaks to each one of us when we try to influence our friends or family, but don't want any conflict with them. Yeah, it's hard, but when we try to encourage them more, I believe that they will take on their actions eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings me to another questions here. So when you started alone, and it will be hard for you because you were in psychology major. So have you ever hesitated or wanted to give up on this journey?
Well, yes. Yes. At first, no, because I had so much enthusiasm. I am so confident to make changes. But after a while, when I started to doubt about what I'm doing, like, is it really making changes? Is it really impacting people? Yeah, so I started to doubt about everything I do. Yeah, but then I really need to like when thoughts come in, I really have to talk to my friends about this, and then yeah, I will get some encouragement from my friends. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, I also have doubts from time to time, but surrounded with like-minded people really helps a lot. So this is a question that I'm really curious about. Is there any plan on taking your e-commerce to like a brick and mortar, like a physical shop?
Wow. Yes. Actually, a lot of people have asked me about this. And well, actually, I am also a teacher now. I teach young kids in kindergarten. And I am going to do, because I'm a full-time teacher now, so, and a part-time e-commerce. And then in maybe starting August, I will swap, like I will be a full-time e-commerce and a part-time teacher. Yeah, so then if I have time and money, then yeah, that's something I want to plan on. Yeah.
All right, I'm really looking forward to a zero waste shop in Thailand. All right, so I will open the stage to every one of you here. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Oh, we have Tiffany here, really eager to ask you a question. Okay, Tiffany.
Hi, Anita. So my name is Tiffany. I want to ask you questions about the first concept that you mentioned just now, which is to gather small businesses. Does it mean by gathering them? Okay. Wait. Does it mean that by gathering those small business, those brands will sell the same products under the same brands, or how is it?
So we have two ways to do this. The first one is that there are some brands that are already making some sustainable products. For example, this coffee cup that are made from coffee residue and bamboos. Yeah, so we want to have their products on our website. And also, for example, for the clothes pad, it's also someone else in Holland they're already making. So we don't want to look for a factory to make for us. We want this small business to join us. So then we started to sell their products on our website. And also, if there are some like people from Hong Kong, they want to sell products, sustainable products, then we will sell it to them like in bulk. Yeah, so then, yeah, so this kind of corporations. Yeah, so in the future, we want to look for more brands that are doing like-minded things. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, do we have any more questions? Or if you want, you can also type in the chat box and I will read the message to Anita.
Hi, then I have a question then. Hi, I'm Christina. Thank you again for your presentation. Because I think people who, I think me, sometimes Irene as well, like we really want to go towards this zero waste journey, and we are doing it step by step as well, just like you, Smallsteps Green, you know. And I do have a question. Just now you mentioned that if you want to have this product in your shop, so you're gonna go approach them and collaborate with them, say that, oh, I'd like to have this product in my store or in my e-store. Is that simple? Like how do you do it again? May I ask?
Yeah, it's actually as simple as what you've said. Yeah, but then they will, for example, if I want this, and I will talk to the boss and then saying, is there any ways that we can cooperate, and maybe they will offer a lower price, like if I buy in bulk. But there are also some business that they don't want to cooperate with an e-commerce. Yeah, for example, at first we actually look for a cloth pad that we really want, but then they don't want to cooperate. They are saying that if they sell it on our website, then their customer will be split, and like yes, yeah, so they want to have all of the customers and going to their website. Yeah, so, and also there's another shampoo bar like business. They also don't, they set a very high criteria to cooperate. For example, they want you to buy a specific amount that like small businesses like us cannot afford. Yeah, so maybe like 60% we will work, but 40% no. Yeah.
So all your other collaborators, most of them, they are also small business owner?
Yes. Most of them, 80%, but like for our package, you know, package plus, who yeah, they are quite big, right? I think they are, yeah, they are a company, I think. Yeah. So some of them big, some of them small.
I see. Okay, thank you.
All right, I see another question here from Matt. He said, it's cool that you're a teacher because he is a teacher too. Do you have any general tips for helping kids relate to zero waste ideas? And do you have any specific ideas or activities to help them understand?
Okay. So Matt, like what age do you teach?
Matt, you're muted. Oh, all right.
Oh, all ages. Yeah, so I will just tell them directly. Yeah, but like when I teach kindergarten kids, they're like really cute. They believe everything you say. And then so there was a topic when I teach about the ocean, because I teach English and I teach them about ocean species. And then when I teach them about shark and whales, I will tell them like, what do you think of sharks? What do you think of whales? And then they will be like, oh, that's scary, like something like that. And then I will tell them, you know, what is more scarier, it's the fishing net. Yeah, so then I will try like tell them like, if I tie your hands and tie your feet, can you run and can you catch others? And then yeah, so they will imagine how sharks, if they are like trapped by the nets, they can't get their food. Yeah, so I will tell them by having them to imagine. Yeah, but I really want to bring them out of the classroom to actually, yeah, to experience the nature. Yeah, so, and also for bigger kids, I also teach elementary school kids. So I will just ask them questions to let them to think, like, if you use so much tissue, like paper tissue, do you really need it? Do you know where is it come from? Yeah, like something like that. Yeah, so they will reflect. I hope so. Yeah.
All right, do we have any more questions?
Yeah, I have another questions. All right. Oh yeah, Matt says awesome, thank you. Okay, so I would like to ask this personal question because you also try to convince your parents, your family to maybe try to eat less meat or want to try to do some changes around your home too, because you're from Hualien, right?
Yeah.
And you're staying with them.
Yes.
So you also say initially you face difficulties with them because they might think that this is useless and just you do it by yourself and it might not change a lot. So I think because you started your business last year and it's going to be 1 year soon because now it's 2022. Yeah. And do you see any difference from them, like in them, like any changes in them?
Yes, so many changes, especially my mom. Like she started to think every time when she throw away something, she will think like, if I can use it again, or so before they don't do recycle that. They do recycle, but for example, they won't know if pizza boxes, if there's oil on it, then you can't recycle that part. Yeah, so I will start telling them something like this, and then they will care like, oh, I can't make the paper boxes dirty so that they can't be recycled again. So they will start thinking about this. Yeah, so also when they use a toothpick, they also think that, oh, like this toothpick, it will actually hurt some animals, something like that. Yeah, so they are more conscious now. Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
great. How about your friends?
Yeah, my friends too. My families, they actually they don't eat beef that much now as well, because so their point of view is about our health. Yes, because I also educate them about how meat are not so good for our health, and that's they agree on. So even though they don't eat beef because of the environment, they will maybe stop eating beef because of health. Yeah, and also for my friends, at first it was a bit awkward because, as you know, I want to be a cool teenager. Yeah, so but I'm really lucky that my friends around me, they support me a lot. Yeah, so when they see it, they will be like, oh, I want to do something like you next time as well. I want to bring my own cup, my bottle. Yeah, so gradually I think they will start to change.
I think that's great. So I have another question, follow-up questions, because you for your Instagram, because we do have a friend has a personal account and also has an eco account, like eco lifestyle, like want to promote eco-friendly informations to people. And because for you, you're also having the same situation, just yours is more like a business account, more like an eco business account, but sometimes you also share about eco lifestyle information, right? So before you create this account, and then after you created this account, do you think that your friends see you differently, or do you think that your friends are their attitude or behavior change in terms that, okay, before you create this account, you're just Anita Su personal account, right? And then maybe they just, oh, okay, it's just my friend Anita, and like about Earth and stuff. But after you create this account, for sure you're gonna promote to them, oh, I have this account, do follow me or something. Then do you think their behavior change, not because of not like that, but because, oh wow, my friend Anita is doing something great, I should go look at it some more, something like that? Do you think it changes?
Yes, I think it's exactly how you've said. Like at first I was thinking I was awkward to share because everyone around me, they don't care. Like if I am the minority who cares, then it will make me like a weirdo. So I don't want to share. But when I shared to some close friends around me, their reaction was like, wow, this is really great. And then when I share more to some friends like who are not that close, their reaction are also, wow, this is cool. Yeah, so it was the opposite. I was thinking being eco-friendly will make me a weirdo, but no, it actually makes me a cool person. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe give me some tips, because I'm thinking, like, I've been struggling to, like, still hesitating. Should I create an account for myself also? Because I'm interested in reducing plastic waste, plastic pollution and stuff. I even write a thesis about it. I do research on it. All right, thanks, Matt. I'll do it. Let's see. Okay, I think I have questions. I think that's it for now. Thank you. Thanks, Anita.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
All right. Do we have any more questions? Okay.
Another tip is also to have your friends to share. like you if you feel awkward, then yeah, your friends, after your friends sharing, then maybe A sharing to B, and next time when B meets you, she'll be like, oh, are you doing something like that? And then you can share like, yeah, something. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, so as like just what Anita talked about right now, word of mouth is really important in this movement. So here we have call to action to you. So Anita, would you like to talk about yours?
Okay, yes, sure. So I want the call to action that I want to share with you is really simple, and we talk about it all the time, is reuse. Yes, reuse. Yeah, so before we throw something, going to throw something, we always think that can we use it again? So if we can use it, then it means that we don't need to buy another things. Yeah, for example, a wine, a sake bottle here, I would turn it into a pencil box, and then but it's ugly, but it's okay. Like this side, it looks great, and so I can change it to a cup for my teeth brushing. So yeah, so I think so by changing these things to something that we can reuse again, it means that I don't need to buy another pen holder, I don't need to buy another cup. Yeah, and then so when it also means that when we buy something we think we want, we always think that, do I really need it? Yeah, is there something that I can reuse so that I don't need to buy? So then I can reduce some unnecessary stuff. Yeah, so this is really easy and we talk about all the time, but doing it, we need practice to do it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And as for power to change, as we've mentioned before, we're a project where we encourage banks and consumers to change to e-bills. So the cost saved by converting your bills is actually a significant amount when you think about it. And we can reinvest this money to help energy poverty households to install LED lights. So for this, we need your collective effort from each one of you by voicing your opinion through the petition right here. We have English and Chinese, and you can scan either one that works for you. So I will stop on this for 5 seconds because you can find the link later in the chat box. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So as we've mentioned before, we're expanding to more and more countries. And now we have Power to Change student ambassadors platforms in 3 countries. So from wherever you're tuning in, if you're interested in what we're doing and you want to make the impact yourself, you can join us by scanning these QR codes. And you can also find more information by on our page as well. And next up, we have a beach cleanup event this week. Next week. So next Saturday, we will have a massive cleanup organized by Taiwan National Cleanup. So as the name says itself, we will have this in all over Taiwan. And Power to Change is the co-organizer for 3 different areas right here. So you can choose wherever is closer to you, and we can help to make Taiwan clean again. So Anita is actually the last talk we have on this period. And next off, we have 5 more speakers on our next period of talk series. So here's a brief information on each one of them. So first on the very left is Ryan from Oceana Belize. So Anita just talked about sea life, and if you're more interested in this kind of topic, you can tune into his talk on 4th of June. And next up is Sakutip from Nice Thailand. Nice Thailand is actually a social enterprise that we work work with to launch Part to Change Thailand. So you can listen to more about this. And if you have Thai friends, you can also share to them, because on the day we will also have a translator. Next up, we have Guan Hao, which is promoting impact investing. He helps social enterprises to get investment. And a really interesting sharing by Alejandro on 16th of July. He's actually one of our student ambassadors, and he will share on his story on how he transformed from a meat eater to a vegetarian. And lastly, we have Mace. She helps foreigners in Taiwan to get started or to improve their businesses from soul expressions. All right, so that's all for today. Thank you for tuning in. And now I will let Christina do her thing.
All right, first I need you to remove the, okay, stop screen sharing. Okay, wait a second. I'm gonna put everyone here. So everybody please turn on your camera so that I can take a video. Oh, no, sorry, take a photo of you guys. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Thank you for joining in.
We actually have one question if Anita wants to say.
Oh, yeah.
From Tuja. So she asked, how do you communicate to young people in Malaysia who do not share such environmental consciousness?
Okay. Is it a question for me or for Power to Change?
I think it's a question for you.
I posted the question. Actually, this is a very good platform, but I'm just, my niece, Christina, she just sent just now, so I just logged in. Hi. So, but I find that this is a very good platform, but how come there's so few know about this platform? There should be more people should join in, more young people should join in. Yeah, so what can you comment, please? Why are they so, why is not reaching out to more people? We need to hear this.
Okay.
Anyone can answer.
Well, let me think.
Yeah, I think it's a tough question. Yeah. You don't need to answer. Yeah, I don't want to put you, on the stage, on the pedestal. Yeah.
It's okay. I think for the situation in Taiwan here, it's actually young people who started to care about the environment more, because for our older generations, they are so used to their living style, so they don't really want to change. But then, so like our younger generations, when we started to educate them more, I think they are very willing to change. So I think maybe we need some like Power to Change to go to Malaysia.
Yeah, so more like, Christina, come back. We need you.
Actually, in Malaysia, we have a group. Not just a group, we have many. Slowly, it's actually a slow trend, but there are many more youngsters and more NGOs joining in and caring about the environmental issue. But maybe the information just circulate around that group. So we still need more people to join in to get to know more. But then actually now they have, because for first of all, when you want to join in, you need to make them realize, you need to make them aware of the issue first, not ask them join straight away. So actually in Malaysia, there are a lot of, for example, Eco Film Festival, there are a lot of market, like farmers market. For example, I'm sure Anita knows, sometimes you guys will join zero waste market in Hualien, so something like that. So with this kind of this kind of market, this kind of event, this kind of film festival going more and more actually triggers the young people's attention more. So in Malaysia is how to say, it's cannot be saying slow, but is on the way there. But we need more people to do work together. That's why we have this Power to Change platform. So right now we are slowly growing right now, right? So in Taiwan we have this, and soon we have, right now we also have it in Japan, we also have it in Thailand and Paraguay, and hopefully from Thailand we can slowly move on attacking into Malaysia. All right, hopefully then. Thank you for the questions though, Aunt.
Okay, all the best. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Back to you, Irene.
Yeah, I think that will be all for our talk today. So you can have, if you have any more questions to either Anita or Power to Change, you can either go to our fan page so that you can ask questions there. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye
Thank you.
bye.